Are you on a health and fitness journey during the holiday season and you're a little bit nervous that you're going to be derailed or that your progress is going to slow down or you're just going to lose the motivation? If so, tune into this week's episode of the Get Empowered podcast. I'm going to be sharing my 5 healthy girl holiday tips to help you maintain your routines, maintain your goals while still living your freaking life and enjoying the holiday season. So let's dive in. Welcome to the Get Empowered podcast. My name is Erika Vichcales, and I am a mindset mentor, personal development junkie, holistic health advocate, and lover of all things spiritual. At the Get Empowered podcast, I'm here to help you overcome limitations, step into your power, and create your dream life. I've spent the last several years healing my mind, body, and soul, and have learned so much along the way. From healing trauma to navigating a sober lifestyle and learning how to step into my personal power, it has been transformational. If you're looking to heal, to be inspired, to uplevel your life, and to become the most empowered version of yourself, you've come to the right place. I created this podcast to help you know you are worthy of rewriting your story, to help you navigate your own empowerment journey. You are worthy of living your most authentic, aligned, and inspired life, and I can help you get there. Whether you are diving deep into personal development or just need a weekly pick-me-up, I've got you covered. Thank you so much for pressing play today. I cannot wait to transform together. Let's get empowered. Welcome to the Get Empowered podcast. Your host, Erika, here. And this week, we're going to be talking all things health and fitness during the holiday season. If you've been listening to the last few months of the podcast, you know that I've been on a health and fitness journey, and I'm currently loving the progress I'm making, loving my current routine, but I want to make sure that I stay healthy during this holiday season. So this week, I'm going to be sharing 5 different tips and tricks that I'm going to be implementing whether I'm on the road or I'm at home during this holiday season while still living my life and letting myself just enjoy the time with friends and with family. So I can't wait to share those with you. So first, what am I grateful for? Well, I have to say it is finally cooling down in Arizona. Thank God. If you do not know, if you're new here, I live in Phoenix. I live in the Valley, and it's been really warm this fall. And it is finally starting to cool down and really feel like the holiday season. Like I'm in a sweater. I'm in a cute sweater I got off Amazon. And I'm like, thank God it's finally cooling down because honestly, it was feeling so hot still in October. And I was like, are the holidays even coming? Like, what is happening? So I'm really grateful that it's cooling down. I'm able to enjoy the outside. I'm able to wear my sweaters and my blankets and feel all cozy. I don't know about you, but I have a pair of like house slippers. I'm finally able to wear them. I love them. So thank God. I'm just really excited that it's finally cooling down this holiday season because I kind of hate the heat. I like where I live, but it's hard. And one of the reasons it's nice here, though, is because it's usually nicer during the fall and the winter. And I just feel like it's still been so toasty. So I'm just really grateful that it's finally cooling down. Now, sticking with this week's theme of health and fitness, I want to share with you for what I'm loving section of the podcast 2 health products that I've been taking for quite some time now, why I love them and why I recommend them. So the first one, if you have been following me for like a while, I have been taking these products since, let me think, since late 2016. So a long fucking time now. And that is Juice Plus. If you have not heard of Juice Plus, it's literally fruits and vegetables in a capsule. I fucking love it. And nowadays we see a ton of people take green powders and green juices and all these different things. And don't get me wrong, I think those are great. Those are great options. But honestly, Juice Plus is like the fucking OG. It's literally 30 different fruits, veggies, and berries in a capsule. And I like it for a lot of different reasons. I've been taking it for a long time for a lot of different reasons. One, I love that it's farm to table. So essentially what they do is they wait till the produce is vine ripened before picking it. And why does that matter? A lot of people are like, okay, who gives a fuck? That matters because it means it's going to be more nutrient dense. One of the biggest problems we have in our society is that our fruits and veggies do not have the nutrient content that they used to. Okay. So I love that they wait till the product is vine ripened versus picking it early. Like a lot of the produce that we get at the store isn't as nutritious because they pick it so early because of shipping. Juice Plus doesn't do that. And then they freeze it, they blend it up, and they put it in these capsules. And I love them. Another reason I really love them is there are a ton of scientific research studies showing the benefits for autoimmune conditions, showing the benefits for inflammation, showing the benefits for your heart health, your skin health, your bone health, so many different things. And honestly, guys, when I'm consistent, it's when I feel my healthiest. And so when I've been thinking about, okay, Erika, what do I need to do to up level my health? If you guys know, I've been kind of struggling. And want to know one of the things I did? If I'm being honest, I fucking stopped taking Juice Plus. And I did because, I don't know, I just forgot, to be quite honest. And I had it around my house and I was like, bitch, you always feel your best when you're fucking taking your Juice Plus. So this is me saying, don't be me. Don't get off the train. Just stay on the fucking Juice Plus train. I'll put a link in my bio for it if you're interested. They also provide free capsules for, I believe, 2 to 3 years. I'd have to double check, but for a long time, for like more than a year, for kids. So if you're an adult and you want a free order for kids, they have it in both like a gummy version and the capsule version for kids. And I love it. It has helped my inflammation so much. And especially knowing I have some sort of underlying autoimmune condition that my doctors are still trying to figure out, it kind of makes sense why my body responds so well to it. So if you're someone that struggles with inflammation, I would really look at it, because let's be honest, I try to eat healthy. I try to eat a lot of veggies and a lot of fruits, but there's no way I'm getting the nutrients of 30 different fucking fruits and veggies every single day. And what's different is it's like the micronutrients, not the macronutrients. So your macronutrients are going to be like your fats, your carbs, and your proteins, where the micronutrients are the vitamins and minerals. So this has so many different vitamins and minerals, and it is just amazing for your body. So 10 out of 10 recommend. The second supplement, and I will say I'm an affiliate for them, so just know that going in. I love them. I couldn't not be an affiliate for how much it has helped me. So just saying. Now, the second product I love, I'm not an affiliate for it. I do have an Amazon store, so I don't even know if I don't know if I financially benefit from it truly, but I get it off Amazon. I put it in my Amazon store because honestly, it's just so incredibly helpful to my health. And that is L-glutamine. And that is for gut health. And I'm sharing it because Kyle also loves it. So we recently had like Thanksgiving, and honestly, guys, I love this product, especially when I know I'm going to be eating things that I don't normally eat. It just helps my stomach digest it better. And I don't know all the science behind it, guys. I saw it recommended for gut health. I was like, you know what? I think I have some gut issues. Why not try it? And I definitely noticed that, especially if I'm having like gluten or dairy, which I don't eat a ton of, like I'm letting myself live during the holiday season, which I'm going to talk about a little bit more in the meat and potatoes of this episode. But I let myself live a little bit during the holidays because, I want to like enjoy my fucking life, right? But if I'm going to do that, I don't want to be sitting on the toilet forever after, right? Just TMI, but it's the fucking truth, right? So if I want to not hate my life, but still like enjoy the holiday meals, L-glutamine powder, 10 out of 10 recommend. I have the unflavored one. I personally don't notice a flavor at all. I just fill it, like put it in a cup of water and I just like down that shit real quick. Kyle kind of complains about the taste, but he's a little bit pickier than I am. So just saying. But those are two things I'm loving. If you're looking to add things to your health and fitness routine, if you're like worried about, am I getting the proper amount of vitamins and minerals, I recommend Juice Plus. If you're struggling with like gut issues, I would look into L-glutamine. It has helped me tremendously. And I'm not a doctor, okay? I'm not a doctor. I'm just sharing what has worked for me, okay? Now, my healthy girl holiday tips. So, as you may or may not know, I do have a degree in exercise science. I love this shit so much. It's like something I'm really passionate about is health and fitness and living a healthy lifestyle. But I've also been on my own health journey and I've been trying to figure out what works best for me. And if you've been following along, I've started a new workout routine kind of recently. At the time of this recording, it's been about a month. And I've been basically getting back into lifting. I used to lift a ton and I just got super burnt out from it and then did the whole like low impact Pilates with some spin. And don't get me wrong, I don't hate that. I'm not hating on that for Erika. I think it was a time of my life that I needed. But I've been loving getting back into lifting. It has been so good for me. I have a schedule. I lift 4 days a week. I take 2 rest days and then I do a cardio day. And I will say though, with the lifts that I do, it's kind of like it's their version of CrossFit. I go to Lifetime gyms. I love Lifetime gyms. I'm just going to say that I love my Lifetime gym. And their version of CrossFit. And so essentially it's called Alpha Strength. If you go to Lifetime, try out their Alpha Strength classes. but I really like it because it does still get my heart rate up, and like the end of every workout has like different, well, it's all circuit based, but the end of every workout is like a harder circuit that is less on strength and more on endurance, and so that really ramps up your heart rate. And so you're getting cardio every day, like that you're doing that class, but I do strictly cardio once a week. And I'm loving this routine. So today is a rest day for me. I'm really enjoying that. I'm enjoying having two meaningful rest days. I should have gone in cold plunge today, and instead I wanted to get shit done around the house, so I just was a little lazy and did cold showers, which was better than nothing. Okay, better than nothing, but still probably should have cold plunged. My bad. Um, but I wanted to share with you guys my tips for staying healthy during the holiday season. So we recently had Thanksgiving, and these tips worked really well for me. And so I plan to maintain them as much as possible during this next month for the Christmas season and for whatever holiday you celebrate this month, whether it's what Kwanzaa or Hanukkah or whatever it is that you celebrate. But let's be honest, this time of year, there's so many holiday parties, there's holiday treats, there's all these different things. A lot of people are taking time off work. I am taking a week off at the end of the month, and so I'm not going to be able to maintain like my actual fitness routine as much because I'm not going to have availability to the gym because we are going to go up north and spend time with Kyle's family, which I'm very excited for. But regardless, I want to share with you my 5 healthy girl holiday tips on what has worked for me so far during the holiday season. I also want to say my birthday is coming up soon. So, like, I have like Christmas, 2 weeks, birthday, 2 weeks, or I'm sorry, I have Thanksgiving, 2 weeks, birthday, 2 weeks, Christmas. And so it's like holiday, 2 weeks off, holiday, 2 weeks off, holiday. So it can be kind of, I mean, it's not a holiday, but for me, it's a holiday. You know what I mean? It's a time to like live your life, eat the cake, right? So, how am I going to maintain my healthy practice and not derail my motivation? Because you guys probably know this. If you're on your own health journey, you know it's all about discipline and not motivation, but discipline. Okay. It's about motivation, but momentum is what I meant to say, not motivation. Let's be honest, guys. The amount of times I'm not fucking motivated and I go anyways and I feel good after, it's a lot. So, don't fucking rely on motivation. Do not. Motivation is flimsy. Motivation does not fucking matter. Discipline is what matters. That's just, I'm going to die on that hill. Okay. I'm going to be honest with you, going to die on that hill. So now, what does that mean for this holiday season? What does that look like? So these are really basic fucking tips, but I think honestly, we forget about them during the holidays because we just want to eat the cake, eat the cookies, drink the alcoholic drinks, have the eggnog, what the fuck ever, you know? And don't get me wrong, I love food. I'm an eater. I love food. I love treats. I love holiday cookies. I'm so excited to make some Christmas cookies this year. I'm so excited for all that stuff, right? But how am I going to maintain my progress? So my first tip, and these are simple. Okay, this is simple. I'm not reinventing the wheel, but a lot of people need the basic reminders because at the end of the day, guys, fitness and health actually is extremely basic. It is so basic. But it's hard to stick with the basics sometimes. That's why we talk about it all the time. So, first tip is drink plenty of water. Okay, drink your fucking water. Stay hydrated. I like to drink about a gallon a day. Now, I'm not doing the 75 hard, so I really don't track it, but I drink one of these big ass water bottles. Oop, my lipstick's on it. Don't mind that. I drink one of these big ass water bottles. This is a 40 ounce. So I drink 3 of these and then either another half or another like smaller water bottle, cup of water to hit my 128 ounces a day. So I like to start my day if I'm like on my shit, and I will say it's harder during the winter because it's just not as hot outside. I'm not as motivated to drink water. I will drink one of these while walking my dogs if I'm on my shit, and then I drink one in the morning, like before lunch, and then one after lunch. And I like to have coffee too, but so typically I'll drink one of those water bottles, allow myself to have some coffee, drink another one of my water bottles, and then maybe depending on the time of day, let myself have another coffee and then drink more water. Okay. And I like to get it done around dinner time because I want to give myself some time to like go to the bathroom before I go to bed. That's just me. Do whatever the fuck you want. When I was doing the 75 hard, I hated when I would have to like chug water right before bed. I hated that. So I recommend avoiding that if possible. Okay. But just my recommendation, I like to drink lots of water. And why? Because also your body, sometimes when it's thirsty, it'll trick you into thinking you're hungry. And so when you drink a lot of water, it helps your body to stay hydrated, but it helps to make sure that your hunger cues are a little bit more accurate and that you're not like that you don't eat when really you are just fucking thirsty. And your body's like, give me the water, give me the water, hydrate me, bitch. So stay hydrated. Carry your emotional support water bottle. And if you do not have an emotional support water bottle, I highly recommend it. This is like an Amazon version of a Stanley. It's a simple, modern. I really like them personally. I really, really like them. I think they come in cute colors. I think honestly they're cuter than Stanleys. That's just my hot take. They're about like $40. I don't know. I think that's kind of the standard water tumbler price nowadays. I don't know. But I like them. I use them all the time. I like the one with the handle personally, especially like using it while walking dogs. So drink your fucking water. 1. 2, stay active. No matter what that looks like. Okay. So I know that it's very easy to get off your routine during the holiday season. We make up excuses. We have parties to go to, we have events to go to, maybe we're going out of town, maybe we're traveling. Do the best you can to stay active. So, actually, I saw a friend post this on Instagram and it kind of made me chuckle. She's like, I didn't even know people fucking worked out on Thanksgiving. And I worked out on Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving was a Thursday. I did my normal fucking Thursday workout. Why? Well, one, because I was like, why not? I don't need to be home. Like, I should. Like, I know I'll feel better if I'm like doing my normal workout. Right. But also, I think it's important to maintain your routine as much as possible. Now, I understand that a lot of people travel during the holidays, so you may not be able to like do the actual thing you normally do. Like, when we're going to be gone that week between Christmas and New Year, and we're going to be up north, I will most likely just either do some sort of yoga or Pilates or like body weight strength, or I'll just make sure we're like hiking and walking around. Like we're up north. We're usually very active when we're up north. So I'm just gonna make sure that I'm doing something to stay active. Right? We're gonna be there with his nephews, so I'm sure we'll be like playing with the kids. But I just really, really recommend staying as close to your routine as possible. And whether that's lifting or running or walking or doing something fun, like maybe if you're visiting family, go do like a cool workout class with them, or go for a walk around your hometown. I mean, one of my favorite things when I'm home is walking to the lake and walking back. Like from my house, it's about like a 3 mile loop. And I love that. I love that it just is relaxing. It's nice. It's fun. I'm a walker. I always joke I'm kind of like my dogs. I love walking. Walking is my love language. So don't get me wrong. I want to lift, but for the days that I can't lift, or the days I can't do spin, or the days I can't do my normal routine, just find something. And guys, like, especially if you're going to be gone a while and you want to do some sort of strengthening, there are so many YouTube workouts. Like YouTube is a plethora of knowledge. YouTube has so many amazing workouts. Move by Nicole is a really good Pilates teacher. Yoga by Adriene, she's really good. I'm sure there's other like just body weight workout people, like there's plenty you can do at home. You can do wall sits, you can do squats, you can do lunges, you can do so much with just your body weight. You do not need a gym if you don't have access to a gym. Okay. But stay active. And I know a lot of people are like, well, it's my vacation. Okay. I understand that, but a body in motion stays in motion, right? And if you want to maintain your momentum, I really recommend doing something rather than nothing. Even if it's 20 minutes, even if it's 10 minutes, go for a 10-minute fucking walk for sitting on your ass. I'm just saying, I know that I always stay better disciplined and I am able to maintain my momentum if I do a little bit of something versus nothing at all. Okay, so that's why on Thanksgiving, I did my normal fucking workout routine. I went to the gym, I did my normal class, it kicked my ass. And then the next fucking day, Black Friday, I had the day off. Guess what? I got up and I did my normal fucking class I would do on Fridays. And it kicked my ass yet again. But I highly recommend it. I really, really recommend sticking as close to your routine as possible. Okay. Now, my third tip is when you're able to, and again, if you're traveling, it might be hard to do this, but have healthy options available to you. Okay. So this doesn't mean that you can't indulge in those sweets that you enjoy or in those cookies or in like your favorite side dish. Say, for example, for Thanksgiving, my favorite dish is fucking sweet potato casserole. I love that shit so much. I fucking love it. And it's basically a fucking dessert. it's delicious. I'm obsessed with it. And I will eat that whole thing by my fucking self. I mean, over the course of several days, but I will do it. And thankfully, Kyle doesn't like it. So I take home the leftovers and I eat it. And I am not threatened that someone else will fucking eat it. Right. So I know that we all have these foods we enjoy. And you bet your ass I'm going to be eating some fucking Christmas cookies. You bet your ass I'm going to have dessert on my birthday. Yes, I am. But you know what else I'm going to do? I'm going to make sure I'm eating my veggies. I'm going to make sure I'm eating my protein. I'm going to make sure I have my healthy carbs. I think it's really important to have healthy options available to you if possible. So let's just use Thanksgiving as an example, and you can use it for like Christmas or your birthday or whatever like holiday meal you may have coming up if you have one, right? What I did when we did go to Thanksgiving is first I started with my veggies. If you've heard of the glucose goddess, she says that there is a order that you should eat your food. And honestly, I do my best to stick to that order, even if we're at a restaurant, even if we're at someone's house, even if it's a holiday meal. And she says to go veggie or fruit, and then the protein, and then the starch. So what I did, and it apparently helps your blood sugar not spike as much because the fiber from the vegetables like coats your stomach, like the lining, and then the protein helps you to be full and satisfied. Like the fiber and the protein help you to feel full and satisfied, if I'm understanding this correctly. And there's science behind this. Okay, there's science. Like I'm not just speaking out my ass. There is research, but look up the glucose goddess. She's really, really interesting. I love her work. So I go veggie or fruit, and then I go protein, and then I go starch. So I had Kyle's dad always makes this amazing like zucchini mushroom like sauteed thing. So I started with my zucchinis and my mushrooms. Then I had my turkey. Then I had my potatoes and my sweet potatoes and my roll. And that's the order I went in. And you know what? I felt pretty good. And then they say to have dessert like within 20-ish minutes after your meal, not to wait hours because you're less likely to spike your blood sugar because you're going to already have that food in your stomach, right? So you're not like re-spiking your blood sugar because like your body's already digesting and working and shit. So have healthy options if you're able to. Make sure you eat the vegetables. Like, not saying don't eat the dessert. I'm not saying don't have your favorite like holiday dish. Do whatever the fuck you want, okay? Like, you bet your ass. I don't like, not that I don't like gluten. I love gluten. My body doesn't like gluten. I still had Kyle's grandma's rolls because they're really good rolls. I don't know what she does, but they're really fucking good. So you bet your ass I had them. But I also made sure I had a lot of veggies and a lot of healthy protein. So have those healthy options available to you. And if you know that they're not going to be available, what can you do to prepare for that ahead of time? Is there anything you can do to prepare for that ahead of time? Can you bring a dish of your own to make sure that you have a healthy option that works for you? I mean, this time last year, I was doing the elimination diet and I was being strict as fuck. And you know what that meant? I had to bring a lot of my own food places and I had to say no a lot. So if you're doing something like that, just mentally prepare for it and remember you're doing it for a reason. You're doing it to help your body feel its best. Okay. I know I feel my best when I eat anti inflammatory. So I do my best to do that 90% of the time, 95% of the time. But I'm also allowing myself to live my life. So have those healthy options available to you. Okay. Do your best, whether you need to bring them or you need to talk to your family ahead of time and like make sure that there's going to be something there that you can load up on. Now, again, that doesn't mean don't enjoy the foods you like, but make sure you have some healthy foods available or bring them with you because just like someone who's sober needs to make, not needs to, but as someone who's sober, I will be, I believe, is it 5 years? 4 or 5 years? I don't remember. I think I'm coming up on 5 at the end of at the end of December. I'm going to have to double check that. At this point, it's such a lifestyle. I honestly forget how long it's been because it's so integrated in my life. But when I was early in my sobriety days, and I still do it now, but it doesn't matter as much to me now, I would make sure that I would bring a non alcoholic option for myself to events and to gatherings, or that there would be one available. Like if I was going to a bar, I knew what I was going to order, right? Or if I was going to someone's house, I would bring a non alcoholic option. And it's really important to set yourself up for success like that. So just make sure you have healthy options available for you, whatever that looks like for you. Everyone's healthy option is different. I'm not telling you what it is, but like obviously, like fruits and veggies are a good start and like healthy protein. So the next one is going to be eat mindfully. And people are like, what the fuck does that mean? Okay, so again, just being intentional. I don't know about you, maybe it's just like the overeater in me, like trigger warning, eating disorder. Maybe it's like the overeater in me, but I am someone that if I'm not like eating mindfully, I can just shove so much food in my face. I can just go. I can just fucking go. I love food. I fucking love food. That's why I'm not a size 2. I don't know. I love food. And so what I have to do is I have to be mindful about what I'm eating and how I'm eating. And now that does not mean over critique yourself. It just maybe means slow the fuck down. So what I try to do is make sure you're fully chewing your food. A lot of times, I think we eat so fast sometimes, or at least I've seen people eat so fast. I know I've eaten so fast that I'm not fully chewing my food. I'm just like chewing it enough to swallow it. And then I keep going. So eat mindfully, eat slow, take slow, deliberate bites. Allow yourself a pause. Maybe take a minute between each like course, especially if you're at a dinner with people, like talk to people while you're eating, you know? I mean, maybe not when the food is physically in your mouth, but engage in conversation. That will slow you down. And I had someone say this tip. I heard someone say this tip on like TikTok or something. They're like, imagine you're in like a fancy Victorian meal and you're this fancy person who's just eating so gracefully and so slowly. I'm like, honestly, that is a great tip for eating mindfully because then it allows your body to give you the cues that you're full. If you eat too fast, your body will not have time to process it all and help you know when you're actually full because you'll probably hit that point before your body's been able to send that signal to your brain. So you need to be able to give your body time to tell you, hey, guess what, bitch? We're full. Stop eating. Right? And so just eat mindfully. And again, this kind of goes into the healthy options available. Eat mindfully. That doesn't mean don't have the sweet that you want or the dessert that you want or your favorite side dish, but be mindful. Have the healthy option. Like these all kind of tie into each other when it comes to food. But in general, mindfulness is extremely, extremely helpful. Like, I love mindfulness. Maybe you need to take a step aside. Like, maybe you need to leave the table, or before the dinner, you need to take some time to just really be present and be in your body and just think, like, allow yourself the time to process the food, allow yourself the time to feel full. And if you're not allowing your body the opportunity to even tell you you're full via the hunger cues, then you might feel like bad after. You might feel physically too full. So just make sure that you're being mindful, and that's with both your food choices but also like your pace of eating. It sounds so silly, but I think a lot of people, especially like if you're eating in front of the TV, it's just easy to just like shove the food in and not even fucking think about it. So just be present while you're eating. It sounds so stupid. It sounds so simple, but it really is helpful. Okay, my last tip, and this may like not make sense, but it may seem a little silly, but my last tip is going to be just let yourself to fucking live. Allow yourself to live. Allow yourself some grace, because I have found with myself in my own personal experience, maybe you're not like this. Again, maybe this is like the eating problems I have coming out. I don't know. But what works for me is allowing myself to live my fucking life, because if I'm too restrictive, I will then go and binge. Gonna be honest, that's me. Maybe that's my like binge eating problem. But if you are too restrictive, it can almost like counteract itself. And then you just go ham on something that maybe you quote shouldn't eat, or it'll make you not feel good because you're then eating so much of something. So allow yourself to live your fucking life. Like I said, that's one reason why I recommended the L-glutamine, because over Thanksgiving, I allowed myself to eat the damn sweet potatoes. I allowed myself to eat the fucking rolls. His uncle made an amazing pumpkin pie. I had some fucking pumpkin pie. You bet your ass I did, because I love it. And on my 30th birthday, I'm going to have a goddamn birthday dessert. You bet your ass I will. Why? Because I'm a sweets girly. If you haven't fucking noticed, I like food. So yeah, I'm going to let myself eat it. Now I want to have like a healthy dinner before I have that birthday treat, but I'm going to allow myself to have a birthday treat because I fucking want to. And again, I have noticed that when you are super, super, super restrictive, it almost makes you want something that you quote can't have more, at least for me, in my experience. Maybe this isn't everyone, right? But when I am struggling with like my discipline, I've noticed that if I'm being too restrictive, that it can cause me more problems long term. So allow yourself to live your life. Like, I have already bought those those Pillsbury like sugar cookies that are like honestly probably horrible for you, that are just like in a little circle and they have like a snowman or a Santa or a Christmas tree on it. I bought a pack. Fuck yeah, I bought a pack. And one of these days, like throughout December, I don't know what day, I'm gonna invite a friend over. We're gonna watch some fucking Christmas movies and we're gonna have those sugar cookies. I'm not saying we're gonna eat the whole pack in one night. I don't know, but I'm gonna make them and I'm gonna fucking eat them because I want to. And I'm gonna let myself live and I'm gonna let myself enjoy the holiday season. Now, you don't have to do this. Here's like a bonus tip. You can find, quote, healthier recipes for things. Like I have found, as someone who tries to be gluten free and tries to be dairy free as much as possible, I have found so many gluten free, dairy free cookie recipes for Christmas cookies that still they still taste really good and they help me to kind of satisfy the craving, but I don't feel as bad about it. Or I really like using coconut palm sugar or maple syrup versus just plain sugar. Now, again, like in baking, it's not that I mean, from my understanding, palm sugar does spike your blood sugar a little less. Now, sugar is sugar, but I do feel like, in my opinion, there are healthier versions of it and healthier forms of sugar. That's just my 2 cents. Again, not 100% my area of expertise, so maybe I'm wrong, but I have found that I really enjoy the healthier versions of things if I find good ones. And that's where Pinterest is your fucking savior, guys. Like, literally, Pinterest is the best. Go to Pinterest, look up like healthy version of XYZ thing, and people will find whatever healthy means for you. So maybe that's a little bit less sugar, maybe that's gluten free, maybe that's dairy free, maybe that's egg free, whatever that looks like for you. Do you know how many paleo Christmas cookie options there are? A lot. There's a lot, and they're still pretty damn good because there are a lot of people who have dedicated their lives to making gluten free baking a thing, making dairy free baking a thing. So it is possible. And I really like doing that. I like doing that with side dishes. I like doing that with desserts. I find it fun. I don't know. Maybe that's just me being a weirdo, but I enjoy that. I like finding healthier options for myself. And I just, honestly, I'm not saying it's necessarily less calories. It may not be, but for me, I do feel better when I have that version versus the traditional version. I've noticed I personally, my stomach will feel a lot better. So that's just something to think about. But allow yourself to live, allow yourself to have your favorite holiday dessert or your favorite holiday meal. But I will say this, allow yourself to have it, but I would recommend disciplining yourself a bit, in the sense of not discipline like punish yourself, but allow yourself to have the cookie, have the treat, have the whatever, but maybe don't have like 12 of them. Be like, you know what? I'm going to have 3 of this sugar cookie and that's going to be it for the day. Or maybe you're at someone's house for like a full weekend. Be like, I'm going to let myself have cookies once a day. And to someone, like maybe to other people, you're like, you need more. Yes, I do actually. As someone who's probably a sugar addict and really likes food during the holiday season, like if I have tons of different like desserts around, tons of different like cookie options, I'm gonna want them all and I'm gonna snack on them throughout the fucking day. But I know that that is gonna derail my progress. And I also, this like bonus tip, just listen to your body. Remember how your body actually feels. Because wanting something mentally, wanting something up here in the old noggin versus knowing that your physical body might actually fucking hate you after you eat that is helpful. It's really helpful. Knowing, like, oh, if I have this thing, like, I'm gonna be on the toilet for a long time later. It's not as fun. Sorry if that's TMI, but like, genuinely think about how your body feels. Or like, I will get uncomfortably bloated if I eat something I'm not supposed to eat. So, this is just a couple healthy girl holiday tips. I hope this helps you. But I did this during Thanksgiving and it was so helpful. I had such a good Thanksgiving and I didn't feel any guilt. That's the thing. It's like you want to live your life, but like you don't really want to feel guilty, at least for me. I don't want to feel guilty. I don't want to feel like I'm, quote, cheating on my program. Now, some people incorporate cheat days into their programs. If so, if that's you, fucking go for it. Do a cheat day on like the holiday or whatever. I personally don't do that. I just allow myself to live my life a little bit. And I'll be honest, I'm supposed to be tracking macros. I really didn't track macros this week because I was like, I don't really know how to track all these homemade dishes that I didn't make myself. So I don't know everything that's in there. But I did try to like I kind of know what measurements are. So I try to like take healthy portion sizes and honestly maybe start small. Take like a smaller portion size, and then if you want more, just go back for seconds. There are no shame in seconds. But if you're really like, I want something but I don't know how much of it I'm actually going to eat, start small and then just add more later if you really need more. Like if you want more turkey, if you want more ham, if you want another roll, like what the fuck ever, let yourself live your fucking life, people. So recap really quick: drink plenty of water, stay active, have healthy options available, be mindful, eat mindfully, and allow yourself to live your fucking life. Allow yourself to enjoy this holiday season. You deserve it and you're worth it. Okay, now let's see what the chakra cards have to say for this week's episode. Okay, guys, this week we have the grounding card, which is connected to the Earth Star chakra. If you have a red garnet crystal, highly recommend it. But this card is reminding us that it is a time to stay grounded. Maybe you've been feeling scattered. Maybe you've been feeling unsettled. Maybe you're like, I just am so all over the place. I need to fucking center. This card is a reminder that you need to take time to ground. I know that I always feel better when I make time for grounding. So this can be sitting in nature. This can be going for a walk. This can be visiting your favorite place in nature. If you have a park near you, maybe spend some time in the park. If it's not, snowing near you, depending on where you live, maybe allow your, like, I know a lot of people have been joking. They're like, you need to touch some fucking grass. For people who are like a little all over the place, they're like, touch some grass. Seriously, go touch some fucking grass. Go touch the ground. Allow yourself to be barefoot on the ground. Literally ground yourself, right? Maybe if you're feeling stressed, I know this is a busy time of year. Take some time to realign, to refocus, spend some time in nature, whether that's going for a walk, going for a hike, doing some sort of outdoor activity, or literally just standing outside. Stand in your backyard, stand in your front yard, whatever you need to do. It's very common to feel uneasy. It's very common to have the demands on life just get overwhelming. No, you're not alone in that, and that Mother Nature wants to take care of you. Okay. So, an affirmation is, my energy is completely grounded into the healing energy of the earth. Again, my energy is completely grounded into the healing energy of the earth. So, maybe spend some time at a beach, visit a park, visit a waterfall, and allow yourself to feel grounded, because when we're grounded and we're deeply connected, it will bring you peace. It will make you just feel more at ease. And honestly, this is usually such a crazy time of year. So I love that we got this card. I swear the cards have been falling out. This one jumped out of the deck at me. I was like, read me, bitch. Read me. So that's what we're doing. So if you're feeling stressed, if you're feeling overwhelmed, this is your sign. This is your reminder to get grounded. If you have a red garnet crystal, highly recommend using it. It's a powerful time. Know that nature is always going to take care of you. Mother Earth, she loves you. She wants to take care of you. She wants you to feel centered. So if you're just feeling all over the place, I highly recommend a grounding practice. And it doesn't need to be an hour, it can be literally 5 minutes. Just take some time, be intentional, spend some time in nature. Thank you guys so much for listening to this week's episode. I know it's a little different, but I've been loving sharing my health and fitness journey with you all. It's been so fun. I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling really good. So this is my shout out to Lifetime. This is my shout out to Brittany at Lifetime in Peoria. You're the fucking bomb. Love you, girl. You'll probably never hear this, but she has helped me so much. And if you do go to a Lifetime gym, they do have like personal trainers that will do a free goal setting meeting with you. Now you can work with them if you need to work with someone. I don't work with her one-on-one at this point, mostly because of the fact that she is the one that teaches the classes I do. So she helped me set up a schedule. She helped me figure out macro goals. And so now I'm just doing that on my own. I'm using the Lose It app to track my macros. If you're someone that wants to track, I really like the Lose It app. And I use the InBody app to help me figure out what my macros should be. I also like Precision Nutrition if you don't have a InBody machine to help you figure out what you need to do, because that one was so similar. So the InBody machine, I mean, it was horrible. It was a little scary to stand on, but I shouldn't say it was horrible. That's being dramatic. But essentially, it measured my skeletal mass, my muscle mass, my bone mass, my fat amount, and it like told me like my body composition, not just my weight. And then it helped me to figure out my macros based on my goals. So like honestly, I'm trying to lose fat. Like I have plenty of muscle. I want to maintain the muscle I have, but I'm not necessarily trying to grow more muscle at this moment. I'm trying to cut fat. Like That's what I'm doing. And so then it helped me figure out macros appropriate for that goal. So I'm loving it. I'm having a great time. I've noticed that especially eating higher protein diet, it helps you to stay full. Like I'm not, even though I'm tracking and I'm eating less calories than I used to eat, I'm not feeling restricted. And so I'm sure part of that is just getting used to the portion sizes, but also part of that is because I'm eating fiber and I'm eating a lot of protein and I'm drinking a lot of water. So I hope this helps. I want to continue to share my progress with you guys, my results with you guys, how I'm feeling, because honestly, feeling good in your body, you guys know I talk about health. It's physical, it's mental, it's spiritual, it's emotional. And that physical health really is going to affect the other components. Like we are a whole being. We are not just one part, or one part, right? We are this whole being. So when I physically feel good, I mentally feel good, I emotionally feel good. It all is tied into each other. So I hope these tips help you this holiday season. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen today. And do not forget to stay empowered. I will see you guys next week. Bye. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you for taking the time to be a part of our Get Empowered community. Don't forget to check the show notes for the resources I shared in today's episode, and of course, to connect with me on social. You can find all of our offers and community links at empoweredwitherika.com. I always love hearing from you, so don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe, and tag me with your biggest takeaways from today's episode. Let me know what you loved and what you want to hear more about, and share it with someone who you think would love it too. I cannot wait to share more with you. I'll see you next week, and don't forget to stay empowered.